sorry, add trunk 1. Static lag ID is that. Selected. This is on the other side. Port number and the key. Let's see what changes. If I change priority, it's not indicating priority for us. Let's display the current configuration. There you are. Interface trunk is there. Mode is lag static. It's not giving me what I really want, but LSCP priority 100. The default is 128. What is 128? State connection unstable. And then I also set priority int gig 0/0/10. Link aggregation control protocol priority is 40,000. 40,000. You enter. Being informed link aggregation control protocol data units. Link aggregation control protocol data unit are sent and received by both ends as a link aggregation group in this. First, the actor is elected. The system priority is compared. Remember we've set the priority. The default we're being told is 32,728. That is the default system priority, just the same as for the STP. And the lower value indicates a higher priority. So in this case, switch 1 is going to be elected as the actor. The endpoint with a higher priority is elected as the actor or as the master, so to speak. It will dictate terms of communication. We're told if there is a tie to elect who is the master or who is the actor, then you use the MAC addresses of the devices. After the actor is elected, the devices at both ends select active ports according to the port priority settings on the actor. Set the upper and lower thresholds of active ports. We are still in switch 1. This is quit. And go to our interface again, the ETH channel 1. And then maximum active link. Out of a certain number, like you have 8, and you want some to be inactive or to be backups. You can set how many are going to be active at a time. So I have 3. If I want the maximum number of the active ones to be 2, meaning one will just be inactive and acting as a backup. In case need be, I will set it to 2. And again, there is list active. It means that, let me explain the two. List active. It means that, like, if I have 3 ports or interfaces, 3 ports in my Ether channel, and I say maximum active link number is 2, it means only 2 of the 3 will be active simultaneously. 1 will be inactive or will just be a backup. When I say list active number 2, it will mean if 2 of the 3 fails, then the Ether channel fails completely. The Ether channel fails completely. That is the implication of this. The bandwidth and status of the ETH trunk depends on the number of active ports. The bandwidth of this is the total bandwidth of all members in up state. You can set the following thresholds to stabilize your lower threshold. When the number of active ports falls below this threshold, it goes down. That is by list. You set by that. Upper threshold, when the number of active ports reaches this, the bandwidth will not increase even if more member links go to. So when you say maximum, it means you can only have 2 at a time. You cannot go more than that. Then again, we set it to pre, empty. So it means when an active link fades, the system selects the backup. The backup link comes up automatically. It's not automatic, so you need to set it to preempt. To avoid a situation where one has failed, the backup does not come up, and it is all right. You end up having your either channel going down. So preemptive means even if I set maximum to 2 and one has failed, and I still have the third one, it will still pick up to make the number, to retain the number at 2. So then I'm still within my either channel, so link aggregation control protocol, and then preempt, priority preempt. So I preempt enable. So then what does this mean? When an active link fails, the system selects the backup to take over, so that you don't have a case where you are either trunk is going to fail. So next we told to check our status and see the interfaces or the ports that are forming the either trunk link, their status. So let me quit, and we say this is display at trunk 1. There you are. So 1 is unselected. What is selected is 11 and 12. Why 1 is not selected is because we set its priority to a very high value. We set it to 40,000. And remember, the others are going to have 32,768. So the higher the priority, the lesser selectable it is. So that's why it's unselected, because we've said at maximum, we will only have 2 active. So unselected means it's not active, it's just there as a backup in case 1 of 11 or 12 goes down. And remember, we've set the preemptive such that if 11 and or 12 one goes down, then definitely 1 will pick. So if I shut 12, I expect 10 to pick automatically. So if I go to 1 again, and I go to interface being 0/0/12, and I shut it down, there we are. I've shut it down administratively down. If I go back and display my either this, you can see 12 is unselected now because I've shut it down. It is assumed it has a fault. So then, because I set preemptive and enabled preempt, then automatically 1 comes up. So you need to understand that when you are forming your either. And remember, we've said you can only have a total of 8 interfaces being combined to form the either trunk. Then we again, this is just for practice purposes. You again shut 11. You again shut 11. If I go back here, interface 11, and I shut this. This is shut. There you are. Let me quit. And when I quit, sorry, let me display my head trunk. It's totally down. Why it's totally down? Because I've set the list parameter here. When you set the list, you're simply saying, as I had stated, remember we set the list. If list active 2, if it's only 1 that is active, then your either channel is not available. But if I had not set this, it would mean even when I just have 1 that is active, it should be that my either channel should be working. My either channel should be working. So you can see, in essence, it has gone down. Let me say this int brief. There we are. You can see my either trunk is down. Yes, 10 is up, but due to the setting of the list parameter there, list available, then it means irrespective of 10 being up, if at least 2 are down, if 2 are down, then definitely you are either channel in totality is also down. So you need to not use technicality there. The lower threshold for the number of active links is set to 2. Therefore, the ether trunk is shut down, although gig this is up. So that is important. So we again told to change the load balancing. Let's again undo shutdown so that our interfaces will be up. Int gig 0/0/11. We simply say undo shutdown. Undo shutdown. There we are. It just changed. And again, we go to 12 and we say undo shutdown. So there we are. Let me quit from this. We go to the global configuration mode. Then there we are. I can display my interfaces. This int brief. There you are. It has come up again because I've enabled that. So you can still run the commands as it is provided there. Display my earth trunk 1. Yeah, you can see 1 is unselected because I have set its priority to very high. If I did not alter the priority, mainly what matters is the port number. So definitely it will be 10 and 11, and the 12 would be the one that is unselected. So that is important for you to note. So you're being told that the convergence time is like 30 seconds for it to work to come up. The preempt function is enabled, therefore when this and this enter the upstate, gig this and this have a higher priority than this. As a result, enters the unselect. And the default preemption odd time is 30, therefore you wait for 30 before it takes. Change the load balancing mode of earth trunk to destination IP address based load balancing. So you can also load balance based on the destination IP address of the traffic that you are generating. Then set based on the destination that you are. That is not, sorry, the load balancing, not the mode of the aggregation. But for load balancing, you can load balance based on destination IP address. You can also set based on the source MAC address, destination MAC address, destination IP address. I think those are the 4 options that we have. But let me check. So we change the balancing to, apart from relying on the ports. If I go to my interface again, it is earth trunk 1. If because of any question, you can still ask. Then there is the load balancing, and the options that you have is can also load balance based on your destination, your destination IP address, destination MAC address, source, and both source and destination IP address, both source and destination MAC addresses, source IP address, and